Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am pretty excited to start a new video for you all. If you look at my other videos, you see I'm in the process of changing up my background, changing some books around. I just recently got a few more books in the mail today. I'll share those on my Instagram. Follow me at Author J Stone. I will also make a video about some of the type of books I read and also give a few shout outs to some indie authors. My indie author shelf is all the way down at the bottom. You can't see it at the moment. So I'm going to figure out a way to maneuver my shelf so I can have my fellow indie authors go up a few shelves so you all can enjoy it. So all that to be said, this video is going to be all about, do I read my reviews? So I saw a couple of videos on some others YouTube channels about if they read their reviews. So I thought that was a pretty interesting topic to talk about. I've given this advice before. I always said do not respond to your reviews, but I never sat back and said should you actually read them. So I think very straight to the point, I would say do read your reviews if you have a thick skin. If you don't, if you know you really want to clap back, or you want, please just don't read your reviews. They're not for you. Reviews aren't for authors. Okay, even if they're a 5-star review and you read them and they pumping you up, they encouraging you, the reviews aren't for you. Okay, they're for readers. They're for other people who are looking and saying, do I want to buy your book? Do I want to buy this book? And they'll read a couple of the they'll read some of the reviews. Now that said, because reviews are mainly for potential readers, there is some issue with book reviewers, and I don't want people to comment and say, you know, reviewers are awesome, they're great, you should kiss the ground they walk on. I love book reviewers. I email them. I try to get them to review my books, good or bad reviews. I am excited every time I see the numbers go up. So I'm not saying all reviewers are not good. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is some reviewers do not review with the mindset that their review is for other potential readers. So I see a lot of times that someone will make a review that is solely opinionated. I mean this by if someone says this character isn't relatable, so I'm giving you 2 stars. Not every character is going to be relatable to you. Oh, here, Nemo. Oh, that was my birthday boy. He turns 5. He's ignoring me so he can go bark at the door if y'all hear them barking. But when you do a review, the review should talk about plot points. The review should talk about setting. The review should talk about the character in a in-depth way. Don't just talk about the character's personality, but also talk about the character's journey. Talk about the character's flaws and also their good points, you know. Also, talk about the main side characters as well. Talk about, don't do spoilers. Oh, Nemo, come here, Nemo. Come here, Nemo. Nemo, come here. Come here. Look at the birthday boy. Come here. No. He's not a fan of my channel at the moment. I don't have to learn how to make him a fan. But some of the reviews, like my very first book, Strange Things Await. So my very first book, a couple reviews are for readers, and a few of them are kind of the reviewer hasn't really gotten to the point of touching onto creating feedback that will benefit potential readers. So you don't always have to do that. I'm definitely not an expert at book reviews. I've done a few for classes, so I've learned a few skills, but I'm not an expert. I won't claim to be. Definitely keep in mind about the top elements of a novel, and try to touch on those when you do reviews. So let me see. One review, I'm not going to show the reviews because I don't want to seem like I'm putting anyone on blast or I'm criticizing anyone. I'll just talk in general. One review mentions, actually more than one review, maybe 2 or 3 have mentioned about how the characters in my first book can either be kind of juvenile, or some have made mention of maybe how things might not be realistic when it comes to the high school aspect of how some characters always are fighting, and I don't know if they have gone to a school, especially in the United States, but even in a small school, I've gone to a small school, teachers are not always around. They're not security guards. They are there to teach us. So I have not gone to a school where there are teachers that are just roaming the halls, just standing in the halls waiting for something to pop off. There's always fights. I mean, just in any TV show, anything that deals with high schoolers, high school setting, there's going to be a way around fighting and not getting caught. So, I mean, and then the national database of statistics on bullying, and I mean, sometimes with reviewers, I don't think they understand what they're saying. I mean, if they really base it on what's going on in the world, so it's just sometimes it's the reviews are not very thoughtful, or maybe they don't really understand which actually is going on. So yeah, just as an example, it's a high schooler, they're teenagers, there's going to be bullying, there's going to be fights, and not everyone is going to have a teacher come and rescue them. Got to get thick skin. I don't know if this is the new age thinking where well, you know, I don't want to talk about the new school system currently, because that's off subject, and I don't want to make anyone upset, especially those who have been bullied. I don't want to make anyone upset, but it's reality. And I try not to hold back with my writing. They're high schoolers, they're teenagers, emotions are high, and they're not human. They're supernatural creatures. Their emotions are even higher, and they're enemies. A vampire is going to be bullying a werewolf a lot, and maybe you just want to fight them just because they're another species. So I definitely think maybe this is my first time writing a book with younger characters, so maybe in this genre, maybe in other books, they don't have too much realism. Maybe no one's getting picked on, maybe there's no bullying, maybe there's no fighting, but it's reality. So, and another thing about a character that's a teenager being too childish, maybe, or etc. They are a child. They are a teenager. With TV shows and movies, they make teenagers seem so adult and like, oh, we're gonna, save the world. But I don't care if that cheerleader is talking to the guy I like, or I'm not going to have a tantrum, or I'm not going to, cry because the guy I like kissed someone else. Just stupid stuff that is childish, but they are teenagers. These characters are 15, 16. The oldest is 17. So I think when you are reviewing, you need to look at the main elements of a book, but also look at the actual characters. Put your get in the mindset of the character. Just because when you read it, you think, okay, I'm a 30-year-old woman, or 30-year-old woman. I'm reading this book. Oh, it seems so childish. I wouldn't have done that. Why are they whining over this? Why are they fighting over that? You're 30. Of course, you're not going to, hopefully, you're not going to think the same way. Hopefully, you're not going to make the same decisions. But someone who's a teenager is not going to make the decisions of a 30-year-old. So, that aspect of reviews, I hope will change. But also, moving on, I noticed with my second book, Gates Bookstore, I noticed that some people really like to add a lot of spoilers in their reviews. I read a review. I try not to read my reviews, but I was in the mindset of, oh, let me read the review, and they won't click on it. They reviewed the book, but they put, oh, who dies. I'm like, did the back of the book say who dies? Let me, hold on. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me look again. All right, well, let me see. Okay. At first, Diane believes the break-in is a petty, one-off occurrence. But lo and behold, it happens again. And this time, besides the broken glass, a body is left behind. A body. Not a name. Not who. A body. So, big spoiler. Why would you tell potential readers who want to read a mystery who gonna die? Why? Especially when you don't put spoiler alert and then space things down. In some websites, I think, like Barnes and Nobles, I believe Goodreads does as well. They put, they give you the option to say, does this contain a spoiler? Guys, come on. When you review a book, please don't give major plot points, major points of the book. When I'm reading a book and I read the blurb and it says, oh, somebody dies, I want to figure out myself who dies. And then I want to figure out who the murderer is. Don't give no hints for me. I want to figure this out. That's the whole point. So, hopefully with my second book, I'm actually writing it right now, the sequel to Gates Bookstore. I'm working on that right now. Hopefully, no book reviewer will say any of the clues or any revealing points. Don't say who dies. Don't say who did this. Don't say who did that. Let the reader enjoy the journey, okay? But I want you to review. Please, I do want you to leave reviews. I love book reviewers. Some people say it's a love-hate relationship with authors and book reviewers. I don't hate nothing. Even my 1 stars, even though I don't agree, I love my reviews. Okay, I love them. Let me look at another one. We talked about make sure you review the elements of a book. and also about please no spoilers. Let me see what else. Oh, I love when reviewers connect the character to other characters, like the character Bones in the TV show Bones. So I am really excited about that because I saw a couple of reviews from other people who didn't like Diane right off the bat at first, this first book. Second book, I think you all would like her, but the first book, a lot of people didn't really like her. She was kind of standoffish and kind of abrasive at times and strong character. But I really was very happy that someone pointed out how she's almost like the character Bones, Tempest Bones, because a lot of people who reviewed that show didn't like Bones at first either. You know, a lot of characters and people, they're not all fun, party go, or, you know, especially with the story and her back history and the trauma that she has gone through. I really had hope that people who read it, you know, understood and connected her trauma to, you know, who she is and how guarded she is now. You know, when you go through trauma, you become more guarded. And, you know, it's another point of how book reviewers can not just think of themselves, how they will react, or, you know, who they want to be friends with, but immerse themselves into the character and into the world the character is living in. If the character has been beaten down, death all around them, you know, they, not even years ago, they just, you know, brutally lost their father, and they are going through a complete career change, and it's just so much where I will hope there's a little sympathy for the main character, but I definitely think you all will enjoy her even more in the second book. Hopefully we see more from her and get more of a history from her. And I was just, I froze because I was like, oh shit, did I just give away something, a spoiler, my own self? No, because I already told you all it's a sequel, it's a series. You all already know it's a series, so you all know that she lives. Okay, so you can't have a Diane Gates series without Diane. So I don't think I gave a spoiler. I'm not doing a book review anyway. Okay, so hopefully just pass by that. Just pass by that. Okay, let's wrap up the video. What else about book reviews? Again, I love my book reviewers. I love them reviewing my books, and I do read them. I don't read them very often. Just now doing this video, I saw a couple of reviews I had not seen. So if you want to contact me, look me up on social media, because I definitely don't respond to my reviews, and I don't always read them. I do read them sometimes, but I never ever respond to my reviews. Maybe I'll do some response in videos later on, but I won't respond on the sites that you review. So let me see. If you have any questions for me about any book reviews, or have a suggestion on what topic I should do next, let me know. Message me. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Author J Stone. Okay? Next video, I'm going to start talking about Darkness Awaits, my third novel. It's currently going to be on book tour, blog book tour in April, and then it's going to be a Bookstagram book tour in May. So I'm really excited. April 12th, you can go ahead and buy a copy of the novel on my website, Jamila, Jamila Stone.com, or anywhere books are sold. Go in store or go on